Hey guys, before we start the show, I want to talk to you about our sponsors. We got a new one today. I want to talk to you because you're CrossFitters and swimming is an important part of overall fitness. And you've seen it in the games in the last few years. I mean, the last like 3-4 years. I can't count how many. 4 or 5 years maybe. Swimming has been included. So if it's not a part of your daily regimen or weekly regimen, training regimen, you need to get it in there because it is, if you can't swim, you're not really that fit. And a lot of you can't swim. That's why there's the New Wave swim buoy. A lot of competition swimmers, open water swimmers use these things. I've used it. It's amazing. And I'll tell you why it's amazing for 2 reasons. It's amazing for safety. That's the one reason. The other reason is safety. What it is, first I'll explain to you what it is. It's a swim buoy that you attach to your waist by a nylon web belt. And then it's pulled behind you. It's so light, floats right behind you. You can't even feel that it's there. You swim with it, and it creates visibility. So if you're out in the open water where there's lots of boats and you're swimming, they can't see you. But there's this neon thing. They come in neon green, neon yellow, neon pink, or neon orange. They see that, they're going to go around it. They don't want to screw up their boat, wreck into you, so they're going to go around it. But also, every once in a while, and I know this from the past of my swimming experience, you get cramps when you're out there. You get tired, you get sore, you need to take a break. Guess what? You can float on this thing. This thing will hold you forever. Not forever, I'm not going to guarantee that. But it'll float you. You can take a little break, hang out there. When you're ready to swim again, start swimming again, or jump in a boat or something. The New Wave swim buoy also contains a compartment that is separate from the inflation chamber for storage or personal items. So you can put you want to put a protein bar in there or some kind of recovery bar. You want to put your keys in there, your phone. You put them in there, and it is waterproof. You want to put a pair of spare goggles, bathing cap, whatever. It fits in there, and then you're dragging it along with you. The New Wave swim buoy provides visibility in open water, safe place to float while swimming, separate compartment to store your items. How can you not get one of these now? So if you want to check this out, you can go to Amazon and just buy it, or go to newwaveswimbuoy.com. That's New Wave, NEWWAVE, swim buoy, BUOY.com. If you want 10% off, that's 10% off. Use the code WODcast1. WODcast1 on Amazon. Go to newwaveswimbuoy.com. Make sure you take care of yourself. You're safe. You're floating out there in the ocean. You're not getting hit by boats. All right? I want you to be safe, and I want you to learn how to swim. I also want to mention our other sponsor tonight is Myopucks and the Leopard Claw. Basically, it's 2 different companies that both help out the resiliency project. Every one of our guests that comes on the WODcast gets themselves a Myopucks and a Leopard Claw. The Myopucks is a portable and affordable electronic muscle stimulation. It's an EMS and a TENS device, so it does both. It pumps all the blood, and it also makes the pain go away. The Myopucks increases blood flow, but mostly importantly, removes the waste to help you recover more efficiently, and it also will help decrease pain associated from overuse. So get them. They come together, and it's a game changer. You go to myopucks.com, use WODcast as your code. You're going to get 5% off, and all of the purchases done with the WODcast code help support, I think actually all purchases, period, help support the Resiliency Project, which helps the troops getting back into life once they come back from war and shit like that. They also have the Leopard Claw is a soft tissue multi-tool designed for versatile self-mobilization. It increases blood flow while breaking up restrictions in the tissue and ultimately helps you move better. Now, also, if you go to our patreon.com/WODcast, and you donate, I think it's $3, and you get the video. You get to watch this on video. We'll give you a YouTube link. You can watch it. We just uploaded a bunch of them. This one will be up tomorrow, but it'll be up before you even get this. So we give away one every single week to one of our Patreons. So this week, I'm going to give it to, we just randomly scroll and then just press a number. That's how we do it. So I hope it's not someone I've given it to. And the winner is Justin Patjas. I don't know if I said that right, but you got a Maya Pucks and you got a Leopard Claw. And so did our guest today that we're going to get to in a minute when we start the show. Our guest tonight is Lauren Gravatt, the LG Thunder. She's watching the Dodgers game right now. Well, we're preparing to do the show. So buckle up, people. We're about to start this fucking episode of the WODcast. Hey everybody, I'm Eddie Ift and welcome to the WODcast podcast. We've got an interesting episode tonight. We have Machete brought his intern Eric, who's running everything and scaring the shit out of me. He looks like part school shooter, part school shootee. He looks like the kid that would get he looks like the kid that would get shot first, or the kid pulling the trigger. We don't know how old he is, where he's from, nothing, but he's running the show. I know, the only thing I know about him is his name's Eric. But Machete's standing over him. I have a feeling he's training him, and then he's just going to kick him off to us. Oh, great. So I'm going to be spending time in this bus with this man, Eric. Don't kill me. We have a great episode. We're Scottless and armless. Armenless. That's like arm and leg.
I thought armless sounded good.
You got to talk into the microphone. That's our guest, Lauren Gravatt. You can see her if you go to Patreon and patreon.com/WODcast. You can watch all the episodes. She just gave you the finger. See why you want to go there? There's all kinds of cool shit. She showed up in her LA Dodgers shirt, and I swear to God, she's watching the game while we're doing the episode. You're the rudest guest I've ever had.
It's a big deal. It's the playoffs.
Who gives a fuck?
I care a lot.
Baseball is such a boring sport.
You know what? Your face is boring.
Yeah, it is boring. That's why I do a podcast, but I shouldn't be doing video. My face has improved with my age.
This video is making me really uncomfortable.
I'm
There's
like
a couple
wine.
cameras.
One of those cameras is not working. That one is. That one is not.
The one with the arm.
The arm, the R2-D2 is the scary one. That one.
That is creepy.
If you saw how cool it is, though, it cuts from your face to my face. When you talk, then I talk. It goes back and forth.
How close is it?
So close. It's seeing every blemish on your face right now.
I need a facial. Don't look at me.
Speaking of blemishes, your back is a mess. Her back, she took her shirt off as soon as she got on the bus to show us she was cupped.
I was cupped. I've been cupped. There's an excellent woman named Flo. She works for Dr. Steve, who you've had on.
Dr. Steve at Paradiso CrossFit in the LA area.
Amazing. So she is one of his guys, or one of his gals, and she came over and cupped my back. I carry, they say you carry a lot of tension up in here, especially when I sit a lot, at school or things like that. So it helps relieve tension. It just is fucking terrifying looking.
Is it one of those things that's just supposed to bring blood to those areas?
Right. It kind of like picks up the tissue off of your muscles.
Right, but then it leaves it there because you have a red circle all over your back. It looks like you were beaten to death.
Yeah, it generally just looks like I have some kind of like mild herpes on my back, but
I wouldn't say it's mild. I'd say that's a major. That's aggressive
herpes on my back.
It looks like somebody took
melangioma or whatever.
Do you remember the old movie with Sean Penn where he was in jail? It was like a kid's jail, and they were like all killing each other and beating each other up. In the end fight, they put like soda cans in bags or in pillowcases and beat each other with them.
Was it soda cans or bars? Bars of soap.
No, because the bars of soap don't leave. He was trying to like kill the guy.
God.
So he put soda cans. I forget the name of that film. If anybody remembers the name of that, please let us know on our Facebook page because I don't know.
Yeah.
But thank you for coming. Thank you for leaving school.
I'm just saying bases are loaded right now.
Nobody gives a shit.
Oh, shit.
Baseball's so boring.
All right.
What are you, Puerto Rican? It's the only people that play this sport. Puerto Ricans, Cubans.
Of all ages too. We don't even know how old they are. They come over when they're about 12 and they just start hitting balls and we just make them 18 like that.
That was the whole thing about Elian Gonzalez. If he had been able to play baseball, they never would have sent him back.
Never. He would have been fine.
Yeah, he would have been in a farm team somewhere in the middle of Bradenton, Florida.
Yeah, definitely.
How much have you been filling the Dodgers your whole life?
My whole life.
Really? Oh, so I get it. My whole life,
like diehard fan.
I get it. But wait a minute, you're not LA, are you?
I'm totally LA.
You grew up here.
I'm totally South Bay, LA.
Oh, but your brother lives where?
He lives in Temecula, Murrieta area.
Okay.
But we were here.
Is your brother still with CrossFit HQ?
No. He hasn't been with them for a little while. He kind of does freelance things like that, But he's got one of those drones, so he's kind of like a.
So what I
got a specialty.
What I understand about CrossFit HQ now with the games, the way they're going, there's a lot more freelance people.
Yeah, I think that it's easier for them to have people not on a salary. It
Right.
saves them a shitload of money.
Right.
Obviously CrossFit's cutting down on.
They're learning from MTV. That's how MTV used to do it. It's like, why hire all these people and have to pay for benefits and all this stuff
Right.
when we can just freelance them and let them go
Right.
and then pick them up again?
It's funny how it went from this like fraternity style where we're just going to take care of all of our people and we're going to have this inner
Yeah.
circle, and now they're just cutting. Fuck you, you're out.
Yeah, when everybody that's like a natural economic cycle of a company. They go,
for sure.
we're making all this money, let's pay for everybody. Then all of a sudden you're like, wait, we have all this overhead and we're not making much profit. Let's cut everyone.
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit of what they're going through. I'm glad to see.
A little bit. They're for sure going through. Like
Yeah.
that's the base reason these changes are happening for sure.
You think?
Yeah, for sure.
Armin,
They're out of money.
How could they be out of money?
P.S. Armin, I miss you. And I love his new stuff. He's so great.
Yeah, he works really hard at it. And I was on the phone with him today, and he had to go. I wanted to say to him, what is the end goal with this?
Where are you going?
Where are you going with this? Because, I mean, if he plans on making it profitable, it's like this. It's a hard thing to make profitable. I do this as a hobby. I've been doing this for 7 years, and it's never made me a dime. So people are like, well, why do you do it? I like it. It's fun. I get to meet really, really interesting people and learn a lot from them. But like people that get into CrossFit and think it's like I think there's very few people that have learned how to make a business out of this. You got Rogue. You got Rogue, and you have Christmas Abbott.
You have chicks like there's a couple chicks. I don't know the chicks.
You think they're making a lot of money?
No, but I think that they're getting by off doing nothing.
But I'm saying like making it a business.
Who's that Bob Harper guy? He was a big deal, right?
Then he had a heart attack.
Yeah, but he's still alive, right?
Sort of.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, he's
nobody makes money off CrossFit.
Just kidding, Bob. You know what? I'm used to saying it's when I'm only on the show alone, I have to play nice guy and dick. And when the other guys are here, I can just be the dick because then they will apologize for me. But Bob Harper is a very nice guy, and I wish him the best. But he did have a heart attack, and it was one of those weird. I think he had one of those genetic things where you could be the healthiest guy in the world, but if your heart's just built inferior.
Well, if he wasn't inferior.
Yeah, it's going to go. So you are 6 times game athlete?
No. I've been to regional 6 times, but
that's regional. Okay, 6 times regional, 2 times games.
2 times games
in teams.
Mm-hmm. 2-time game in teams.
But this last year, you finished 6th in California. Were you 6th?
You know what? I love you. You just pumped me up. No, I finished actually 13th at regional.
At West. I thought you were 6th.
At regionals, I was 13th. But I mean, if you want to count out Miss Abbott at the top, I got 12th.
They got rid of Emily.
Got rid of her. Now I'm 12th.
But then wasn't she found to be not guilty then later?
I haven't heard of that, but I'm not the best person at following these things.
I'm not either. Do you take any supplements? And I'm not talking performance enhancing. I'm saying supplements.
Does RX bars count? Because
I
eat the shit out of those.
I stopped taking them.
They're so good.
I know, but
they're chewy. They get in your teeth. They kind of like get stuck in your teeth. Like
they have sugar. I have eating 0 sugar.
Get the...
0 fucking
No
sugar.
wonder you look tired. You look tired.
It's killing me. It's just making me not want to live.
Yeah, I don't know.
It takes away all the fun in life.
Why? But why?
I was having real bad. I've got to go to a doctor tomorrow. But so it's been a month and like 4 days where I haven't had any sugar, any alcohol. I smoked weed once.
What?
Yeah, it's been
a sad life.
It's been very sad. Don't remind me. My wife ate like one of those chocolate bar ice cream bars, the coconut ice cream chocolate.
So good.
She ate it next to me in bed last night, and I was like,
she got to live her life just because you can't live yours.
I was like, you're a horrible person. I was like, you're a really bad person. No, I've been working with Dylan Farr, and he's helping me with my nutrition, my body fat. It's like flying off of me.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But I don't care.
I mean, you're like a skinny guy anyway.
I would rather be eating fun
Damn.
and die young. I'm almost ready to just go, fuck it, I'll die.
I mean, haven't you been doing that your whole life anyways? You've kind of had that mentality.
Yes, but
Fuck
this was
it,
like,
I'm gonna
no,
come in here. I'm just gonna die.
got bad.
here today.
I really bad indigestion, like horrible, like reflux that I thought I was like going to the hospital. Now more
That
about
sucks. I can't believe that you've done no sugar though. There's no fucking way I could ever do that. There's no way. Like, there's no.
and when I say no sugar,
that's insane.
I mean no sugar. Like
You can't even have a kombucha because there's like a tiny bit of trace sugar in
the
there.
most sugar I have is probably like it's always got to be less than 5 grams. So like I had a couple tablespoons of Justin's peanut butter with maple syrup, the maple syrup one.
Oh, that's
because that's at 3 grams.
So good.
3 grams. That's it. But other than that, it's like no fruit.
Do you feel better?
No.
Well, then cut this shit.
Oh, the indigestion's gone, hopefully. But I don't know. I don't want to get into it. It's me and my fucking injuries or my sicknesses or illnesses.
You're a mess.
I always have something fucking always. I think I'm just over analytical, and I'm like, where most people would be like, oh, I don't have indigestion. I'm like,
Or you're just of bad breed.
ooh, that could be it.
Mm-hmm.
That could be it. So you only like you don't.
What the fuck happened? I turned
I
around
don't give
and
a
basically
fuck about your baseball game.
Okay.
The people watching want to know when you do you take anything like
No.
protein powders?
Oh,
or-
okay, yeah. You know what? I do take protein powder, and this is only recently. I've actually, so after regionals this year, I may or may not have engaged in some partying, some light partying, and lack of CrossFit. I gave myself 2 weeks of no gym time, which was amazing.
Were you still teaching though?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's my job. But I like did Pilates and spin class.
I love how you're no gym. You still go and do Pilates and.
Well,
yeah.
I'm trying to do stuff. Like
Yeah.
I'm bored, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't do a whole lot of stuff, and I rested a lot. But I put on 7 pounds like in 2 weeks. Real
Fuck.
fast. Yeah.
Were you eating whatever you wanted?
Eating the same, which was basically whatever I wanted.
Do you eat whatever you want?
I did.
Like
I
when
ate
you're training for the games?
anything. I would do lines of Oreos. Lines.
Oh, I know. I've seen you with your Oreos. How you put them at the top of the pegboard and go up and
Oh,
eat
yeah.
them. And
Oh, yeah.
Okay, wait. So give me a typical day of your diet.
I mean, do you want this? Was like this. Okay, pre-regionals.
Yeah.
Oh man. I mean, I still eat fairly healthy. I still really enjoy salad and chicken breasts and things like that, you know. But
Breakfast. What do you have?
yeah, okay. So I'll have 3 eggs and I chop up vegetables, throw them in the eggs, and a bowl of oatmeal.
Okay.
Brown sugar.
No
nothing.
meat. No meats though.
Well, eggs, no.
That's
Eggs.
not a meat.
No.
Okay, you're getting your protein from that.
Yeah, I do
Okay.
Territory. They're the delivery service,
Right.
so I eat those. And then I'll generally have at least a box of Oreos in the house.
Do you
And
have
I just eat. I mean, I don't eat like 3 or 4. I eat like a line. That's
So
why
I
I mean
am.
I do a line.
It's called addiction.
Yeah, it's an addiction. It's a definite problem.
It's no, it's a sugar addiction. That's an
Yeah.
addiction because I have it too, where I can't stop.
Can't stop. But if I don't start, then I'm really okay. Like I haven't had any sugar today. Well,
Well, that's what
sugar per se that isn't already, you know. Like,
It's the same thing as me.
but if I have one, then oh god.
I always buy the Tate's chocolate chip cookies on the way home.
Dude, those are so good.
And then
the
I'll-
white macadamia nut ones.
I don't like the white. I like the regular chocolate chip. And what I'll do, I'm only gonna eat. They give you 2 sleeves with like 10 in each, and I'm like, I'm just gonna eat one on the way home. And then I get home and my wife's like, where did they all go? And I'm like, where the fuck do you think they went?
Okay, so is
you know
it
I have a problem.
Is it crazy that you eat food from the supermarket before you even get home? Because I'll even open up like a box of Cheerios and just eat it because it's in my car and I can reach it.
In the car? I eat it in the store. Like when I
Walk up to the lady, oh, I'm sorry.
when I'm in a grocery store, I hand them packages. And I'm like, they're like, and they always look at me like, do you want us to throw that away? I'm like, no, I want to keep it so I have memories of how many Justin's peanut butter cups I just ate in Whole Foods. God, I want one of
They're
those.
so good.
So
They're so good.
do you have a snack at all, or do you go straight to lunch?
I mean, generally I'll just go straight to lunch.
What's
I mean,
lunch?
again, I'll have Oreos here and there.
So
And
you have Oreos all day long.
all day long, essentially.
What's lunch?
It depends. Sometimes territory meals. Sometimes I'll just make dinner from the night before and I'll have extra dinner from the night before.
What could that have been?
Chicken, steak, salmon, broccoli, green beans, Brussels sprouts,
Okay.
salad.
So that's pretty healthy.
Yeah, like it's pretty healthy. It's my snacking problems.
Then dinner.
Dinner, same thing. Either territory or that.
So you and I eat very, very
Then
similar.
there's like sometimes there's ice cream in the house, and then there's something.
You and I almost eat an identical diet.
Yeah.
Which is really good
Oh
meals.
God, is this my future?
But all my snacks.
Indigestion problems.
All my yes.
Oh shit.
All my snacks are horrendous.
Yeah.
And I justify it by I just ate a good breakfast
I
and
had
a good lunch.
salad.
Or I won't eat lunch. I'll go breakfast and dinner and snack all day. And I'll be like, I eat dark chocolate. That's healthy. But I'll eat like 4 fucking bars of it.
Yeah.
So
and like slather it with almond butter.
Okay,
that
so-
was my problem. Was I was starting to get stomach aches. I would give myself a stomach. I'd be so sick from eating so
Yeah.
many Oreos.
Yeah.
And then I would want to throw up, but then I'd go to the gym, and then I'd be like, it's fine. I'm okay now. I'd like shit Oreos, like whole.
this is not a good thing. This is not something.
So I put on 7 pounds, like so fast. I mean, I was like at a bachelorette party in
so when
birthdays.
you're training, and you were training for the games, are you a 1 a day, 2 a day, 3 a day workout person?
1 a day, but it'd be an aggressively long one.
When you say 1 a day, how long?
4 hours.
What the fuck? Really, a 4-hour training session?
Yeah. I mean, there's like a lot of dilly-dallying and shit like that, but man, I remember working really hard one day because I had to do something, and I think working really, really fucking hard to get it all crammed in. It was like 2.5 hours, and I was like just banging it out.
Who did your programming for you?
I had a guy, my old boyfriend at the time.
Will you not mention his name?
Yeah, we don't need to.
Really?
Fine.
You don't want to plug him, or you just don't want people to know you dated him, or
I don't care. People. I mean,
is he a well-known programmer?
no.
Okay,
He's just a guy.
but he did a good job programming for you.
He did a great job.
Yeah.
He did a great job.
So you moved up.
It was finally a year where I wasn't like fucked up, overwhelmed, injured, and felt great.
What were when you were going up year to year? How much did you go up in your placement in the open or
so my
regional?
open-
In regionals,
Yeah, well, after they did the like restructuring of the regional,
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't just SoCal, so that really like changed everything.
right for the
It was
better?
like all of it. No, it bumped me down because it
Right.
had Canada West and
and
Washington, Oregon.
those Canadian farm people are fucking
Yeah.
maniacs.
Yeah.
There's something about. I went into a gym recently in Edmonton, and like whatever, and I went to one in Vancouver, and whatever their RX was, I was like, there are people here that can do this.
Do you think you're an RX athlete?
Hey, shut up.
I'm just asking you a simple question.
Shut up. It was just, but it was beyond. I scale everything, but it
Exactly.
hey, listen, I'm an old man. I used to not, and that's how I got hurt. But this was beyond RX. It was like, who the fuck is doing this shit?
So here's the baseline. Those like really hard to kill people, those just like huge farm Viking people are all cold weather people because there's nothing else to do.
Right.
They're just used to getting beaten by cold weather.
Right.
You look at Brazilians, hot, right? Not nearly as good at CrossFit.
Yeah, it's a good point.
You know,
it's
like the hot weathered places.
the tough guys play hockey, and
Yeah.
You'll see in CrossFit. I was going through the West, and I was just looking at the rankings, and there were a lot of Canadian, a lot of Washington, a few Oregon, very, very few SoCal.
Yeah, because we got the beach, we got like beach
But
bodies we're working
we
on.
used to
and-
be the place to go for CrossFit.
Totally.
But we've completely dropped off.
Well, but I think now CrossFit is completely saturated around the whole world.
Right.
So now you're really getting to see the climates and the environments affect the
I
skills.
still don't believe it's completely I don't think it's come to the level where I think some really good athletes have come into it, but I've always said once they get really big money or consistent money, you're going to see great athletes come into it. And whenever you see someone who's even like a decent athlete tackle it, they don't have to put in the hours like everyone else does.
Right.
It's like all of a sudden this
Right.
stuff comes kind of easy to them.
Right.
I mean, they do, obviously they have to work hard, but not at the level of some just
Starting out.
gym rat guy.
Yeah, totally.
The gym rats that have no athletic ability are going to, like, I've mentioned a million times that I've heard that like Rich Froning is like a freak of an athlete.
Yeah,
Just
definitely.
a freak of an athlete.
He has to
So
be.
I think like athleticism has a big planet, but you're not seeing.
Well, now we're weeding out those non-athletic people, and the athletes are just sticking around. They're the best ones.
I think that's what's happening.
Definitely.
It took longer than I thought. I thought it would happen it took 5 years.
Here's the thing, though, because you can work really hard and do well just by working hard.
Yes.
But now you can't.
You also have
now
to be
there's people everywhere, and now we got people going straight from collegiate sports into CrossFit.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Or people going straight from teenage years into regular CrossFit, and they're smoking us old people.
Right. I love how you're calling yourself old. How old are you?
I'm 33. I'm in that weird spot where I'm not quite a master, but I'm old for my category.
And you're tapping out now, huh?
Yeah.
Why?
I just don't wanna.
Or are you beat up?
No, this last year, I'm telling you. So, my coach programmer last year he did a great job, and I did not feel beat up. The thing is it's time consuming. It absorbs all extra time and energy and efforts, and I just don't. 6 years in a row there's no off season. No. You're cruising constantly, and if you take an off season, you miss out and you lose.
I have a weird question for you because I could never be competitive at it. I didn't have the ability. It was just out of my. If I did, would I have? I don't know. Knowing that I have to work that hard for what you get, philosophically, I don't know if I could do it. Sitting there going, why am I doing this?
I just don't think it tickles you the way it tickled me.
No, but I'm saying, does it ever cross your mind that at the end of the day, you're like, what am I, it's all about purpose in life. You're like, well, when I think about my stand-up comedy, I have to justify, why do I do this? Part of it is I got to make a living, I got a family, but I love it. But part of it, there's got to be moral where I'm like, okay, every night I go and hopefully make a group of people laugh and make their days better.
Yeah.
I'm providing a service. I'm not just an oxygen thief just on this earth stealing
an oxygen.
So do you as a coach, you're giving to all these people.
Separate than being an athlete.
Right. So as an athlete, do you sit there, because there's a lot of people that just devote their entire lives to being, and I believe it's a bit of a selfish endeavor. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm just saying you have to be selfish. Mm-hmm. But so is kind of any sport, because most athletes don't think of it as though, I'm on the field to entertain the crowd. They think of it as though, I want to win, I want to be the best,
yes.
I want to get this, I want to get that.
It's individualized, it's all you.
So that is, you could say Tiger Woods is the most selfish guy in the world, or a Lance Armstrong, or I just used two bad examples because they're both
drugs.
Or
sex pedophile.
Good. I'm saying
not pedophile.
Whoever this guy is, the best pitcher on the Dodgers or whatever.
That's Kike Hernandez.
He is. You could go, he's a selfish. He's so into himself that this is all he cares about. Because I doubt this guy's all about entertaining the fans. But a lot of these guys, what they do then, they go, okay, now I have a platform. I'm going to start a charity. I'm going to go visit kids in hospitals, and they're going to get a big kick out of it. And it is. It's nice to do that kind of stuff. Going back to CrossFit, devoting hours and hours and hours of your day to a sport that very few people make any money doing, and it becomes an obsession. It becomes this
an addiction.
Yeah. Did that ever?
It's the ability to hit lines of Oreos and go work out.
Did it ever occur? Did it ever cross your mind where you're like, why am I doing this?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yeah, totally. And I think that one of the main reasons that I ended up staying with it so as long as I did was, it is selfish, but it also it's a healing recovery thing. When I first started doing CrossFit, I was in a weird in between place in a life situation.
Yeah.
And
how old were you when you started doing?
I was 27.
That's a tough age.
Yeah, 27, 26, 27.
Yeah, that's when I started.
I was 26.
I had just started stand up then.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what am I going to do with myself?
Yeah, you're in a weird in-between phase at 25, 26, 27 where you're, I was doing this and now I'm doing, where am I going next? Right. And I moved to LA and I didn't have a purpose.
Right.
So when I started doing CrossFit, I remember I went to the gym and this guy, he just taught me how to do a handstand push-up and I just did
Yeah.
Diane.
It all came easy to you.
Yeah, did Diane. And I was like really fucked up sore, but I did Diane like in 4 minutes.
But what took you to CrossFit? Was it your brother?
My brother taught me.
Okay.
Yeah, it was my brother who took me there. But like even then, he was like, "Okay, well, if you're gonna come here, you have to compete." I mean, this is back in 2012.
You have a bunch of brothers that like beat the shit out of you and forced you to be an athlete. Though,
just
right?
one.
I thought
Just
really
the
was
one.
Just really
He's enough. I mean, he's 11 years older than me, and he was a Marine.
Oh, okay.
So that was enough.
Okay.
For me to. I
it.
was the abuser of my younger sister. As well.
Okay,
That's
I
a
got it.
sad situation. But
Is she good at CrossFit?
no, she doesn't. She doesn't work out. She's
Do
like a
anything.
non-workout person. She doesn't like sweating, and she's like, "Ugh."
My wife. My wife hates to sweat.
Yeah, it's
I'm
weird.
like,
to me.
that's important in working out. She's
Yeah,
like,
even just
Can I-
life. Like
can
I'm
I-
hot. I'm
Can
sweating.
I do it without sweat? No, you can't. It's not working if you're not.
No, I have a client who doesn't like sweating. Every day she comes in, she just doesn't want to like. You know, I love her. She's very.
Okay, so you were really good at it.
So you're missing a purpose. So for me, when I first started, it made sense to get into it because I needed to fill the hole. Like I had a gap and I wanted to fill it up. So I filled it up. So I started working and then I just started competing because I was just naturally
Good at it.
really good.
Yeah.
Just right away, I was really good.
Yeah.
And then I started to notice that I gained confidence. I learned how to speak in public.
Yeah.
I felt better about myself, my own body image. I started to gain direction in my mind of like what I wanted to do. And I was in fire before. I was a firefighter in San Diego, but it didn't grab me the way CrossFit grabbed
Right.
me. I liked helping people, but doing it through CrossFit, I was able to help more than just the people that are, dying under a car on the side of the road.
Right.
So it kind of like started to fulfill a lot of things. And yeah, I was selfish. That was more of the coaching aspect. But for me, I started to notice like just changes in my, body chemistry and my confidence and all that stuff. And so it really,
Well, it
totally changed my perspective on life.
Everybody in life is looking for significance, and if you're good at something, then you run with it because it gives you more significance.
Totally.
And that's exactly why.
Totally.
When I say selfish, I mean it's just at some point like. I always, trust me, I second guess what I do for a living all the time, where I'll be like, I'll do a show and I'll be really dirty or something will happen and I'll just be like, I was drunk on set. And I'll walk out of there and I'll be like, what do I do? Like my whole existence on earth is I walk onto the stage in nightclubs and I tell fucking jokes and then I walk out. Like that's what I do. There's people out there like looking for cures for cancer and,
But it's your calling. It's what you're good at.
It's the only thing I can do. It's the only thing I can do that I'm able to do.
That's not true. You can produce a lot of indigestion.
A lot of what?
Indigestion.
Yeah. But I'm not good at anything, so that's the only thing I can do. But my point is with CrossFit, I wonder if CrossFitters have that kind of I don't know what it would be called, where they the what's it called when you have to reflect on yourself and then they just go what am I doing?
I wonder if some of them do, because it's such a crazy sport where you have to be so good at like all these elements, and again there's no off season, so it's not like in baseball here.
See, I don't think
where you can just practice like this and this, batting, hitting, fielding, and you can just practice those things, and then you get months off and you get to like hang out and relax. CrossFitters, you have to be extremely good at a lot of different things: gymnastics, weightlifting, endurance, all like there's so many different things.
So I don't think they do any self-reflection.
So self-reflection just doesn't happen because you're just busy. You're so busy trying to train.
Well, it's also like I knew.
Well, and a day with social media, you're constantly on social media. You're constantly not just reflecting on yourself, but like you're looking and comparing.
Yeah, you
about
close your
people.
eyes at night and you're like, what? Because I look at. So say someone's like a college decathlete. You go to college, you get a scholarship to be a decathlete. You got to work like you do CrossFit on all these different things. And then you're like, okay, hopefully I'll make the Olympics. You don't make it to whatever. And you're out. You're like, I had college paid for. Now I'm going to go on to do whatever I'm going to do.
Right.
CrossFit is like a lifelong endeavor. You can do it forever.
Yeah.
And it's.
You actually lose money doing it.
You lose money.
Because you're investing money in all these things to get all the stuff to make you better.
Well, so I just always wonder, and knowing that maybe it's just a period of growth where you do it for a number of years and then you go, okay, what am I doing?
I feel like the last maybe 2 or so years after the second games experience for me, which was in 2016, when I was on Redlands team. After that year, I did a lot more reflecting, where I felt like I was fulfilled within CrossFit, and I only came back. I found reasons to come back because I was somewhat addicted to just doing it and being a part of it.
Sure.
And in the last, maybe 6 months since regionals or whatever, it's been a really big challenge to overcome the addiction of wanting to be the best at my gym and the best at this, and PRing all the time.
I think that
and being like, oh, you know what? I'm actually going to go to school and I'm going to get another job because I love this job, but I want to, this is a stepping stone for the next thing.
Well,
and making that transition is really, that's when the self-reflecting kicks in, I think.
Yeah.
Because then all of a sudden you start to see why, how the longer I continue to train and want to PR and be the best, the less I'm actually making progress in my other life.
Right. See, I mean, I do tons of soul searching because I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? And I've always believed that for me, it's a balance. It's like I've got to balance my family, my hobbies, my career, all of them. I could alienate my family and my hobbies and everything and just focus on being the best stand-up in the whole world and be on the road every week and every night going out and schmoozing and doing all the stuff that I'm supposed to. But I love my family. I love my hobbies. So I go, okay, it's probably going to be hard to get to that point of the top because those guys don't balance anything.
Yeah.
It's an obsession.
Yeah.
And I think that's with anyone that's good at anything. And things it's hard to manage them all unless you're Mark Wahlberg.
He's such a fox. He just gets foxier as he gets older.
And shorter.
I don't really care.
He's as tall. He'd be up to your knee.
No way. He's not that short.
He's about 2'3".
I'd take it.
I think he's 2'3".
I would take it.
But did you see his workout, his schedule? You haven't seen it online? You got to see Mark Wahlberg's day in the life. It's like wake up at 4 a.m., pray, then do first workout, then eat, then do 2 hours of phone calls, then do second workout, then eat next meal, then go to the boys club and raise the boys, and then
raise the boys,
and then go play a round of golf. Then he's then do fifth workout. Then
Jesus,
just Google Mark Wahlberg day. And you'll be like, all right, he's spend time with the kids for 2 hours. And it's but
so I follow The Rock.
Okay.
The Rock, I feel like it's the same way. Where it's just it's so dead on.
Right. And these guys do it and then everybody's like, you got to do what's right for you.
Yeah, I can't have that kind of rigidity.
Oh, God.
Yeah, in my I just don't want to.
No, I like the idea of that every day is different, and the only thing I pretty much eat the same breakfast every day. But
yeah, I mean I eat the same, but
that's it. But then my whole day,
Oreo has a new flavor.
I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. Every day is a new adventure. Where am I gonna be? What am I doing? And I like that. But to each his own. So you've decided you're done. You're not going. This was your best year, though, didn't you?
This was my best year.
Don't you feel like you were the performed the best?
This was
even though you didn't rank.
I mean, even though when we were at the games in 2016, we got 7th as a team overall.
Okay.
It was just.
Was that Paradiso or Redlands?
Redlands.
Okay.
It was mentally a lot more stressful. It was way more messed up and I was driving an hour and a half each way.
Yeah, talk about obsessed.
Well, yeah, multiple times a week. It was awful.
So for them, listening, she would drive from here to Redlands, which
from
takes
Venice to Redlands 3 to 4 days a week. I would spend weekends, so it would be
3 to 4. And how long did it take to get there?
Hour and a half one way.
So 3 hours every day.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
For 3 times a week generally, because I would sleep on
months?
weekends out there. 10 months.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, but we got 7th at the games, and I, got to hang out with the team who I loved, and most of them. No.
Okay. Hypothetically, CrossFit goes away tomorrow. Goes away. Let's say MySpace. Remember how MySpace just fucking evaporated?
Gone.
Let's say CrossFit declares bankruptcy, CrossFit games go away. There's no such thing just to remember the games.
Dave Castro actually is a pedophile.
So it goes away. It's gone. Do you then go, I can't believe I drove 3 hours every day?
No, I don't. No.
Okay.
Because I'm not like a regret person. Like everything that I do, I own it and I embrace it, and it is like it's building me a character and discipline.
So it's getting you to the next level.
Yes,
I believe that. That's what I'm saying.
Everything is a stepping
Right.
stone. Like the reason I'm leaving is because I'm ready to take the next step and open the next book in my life. And right now I'm in between. Well, I was kind of in between. This last season, I was in school. I didn't do as well in school last season because I was
focused,
kind of in between.
Right.
So now I'm like, you know what? I'm done with this. Time to go just all balls out in school, which is not fun.
School sucks.
Fucking sucks.
Are you doing well?
I'm doing okay, yeah.
What? So you're getting a psychology degree, or what are you?
No,
doing?
I'm just in a psych and chemistry class.
Oh.
But no, I'm trying to be like Dr. Steve. I'm trying to go to PT school.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I go to a PT right now, and I was just thinking how cool it is. Like,
It's great.
Yeah, just how
It's a great next step.
And it's my physical therapist was just telling me this about how for years they fought to be recognized as to be legitimized, and now it's a matter of like, how do we make money doing this?
Right.
But for years it was,
What are you going to PT for?
I have a shoulder impingement, but it's just something I need to work through. I just
Too much surfing.
Surfing does it a lot, and can't kip.
Yeah, I know. You got a
Not at all.
rotator thing going on there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But at least it's not torn. There's no tear in there. It's just a weird impingement.
Yeah.
I don't think it's torn. He doesn't think it's torn. Why do you keep smiling like it's torn?
Because you need some cupping.
I'm not using...
It's so good. You're going to love it.
I use a Myopux every day. It's funny. I go to the PT and I'm like, why am I going to the... They just hook me up to the thing.
To the thing you could just use at home.
I can do it at home. And you know, he taught me all the stretches and everything. And so, sorry...
It's because you need somebody to tell you what to do.
Dr. Greg Beaton might not be back. Might not be back. Thanks for all the tips. But Eddie's on a budget. Yeah, I can hook myself up to my pucks, and I can just do some stretches. And I do crossover symmetry a lot.
Oh, that stuff's great.
I think it's the best.
It is so good. It is seriously so good.
Every time I'm in a gym, and they don't sponsor us at all, so I'm not doing anything for them.
We would love that sponsor.
They did give me one.
It's good.
But I will tell you this.
So expensive.
It is expensive, but it's when I go in a gym and I don't see it, I'm like, you're a moron.
Okay, we don't put it out because we
Why?
have several coaches that have it that leave it tucked away because we don't want like thousands of people at our gym. Like,
But the gym should have multiple sets of them.
we use bands and things like that. We still get involved with that kind of stretching and
I just
dynamics.
think especially if you're going to do it as like a prehab for a workout, a shoulder workout,
yeah.
there's nothing better.
Yeah, it's the best.
You're activating every little thing in there,
Yeah.
and you're ready to go.
Your shoulders are burning before you even start.
It's so good. And it's funny, a lot of the stuff has me doing, I'm like, oh, I can do this with my crossover symmetry. And
You're the perfect client.
yeah, so I am not that guy.
Well, the cool thing about PT now is, like, I'm sure your guy sounds like a good one too, is that there's just so many like old practices. Like, I can't tell you. I remember when I first started CrossFit, I hurt my knee and I went to PT and they said, "Oh, you gotta really stop doing that CrossFit thing. That just seems
Yeah, they all
you gotta
were,
stop
yeah.
doing that. Like, just don't squat anymore, girl."
Yeah, don't do that.
And I was like, "What?
Just don't do that.
Just stop doing that." And I was like, "No, that's no." But you know, there's so many new and new developing type practices within PT that I'm like excited to be a part of CrossFit and like seeing how the new wave of
Right.
fitness plays into.
I've
applying that.
always loved like David, the way he does that, where he's got Steve in Paradiso,
Right.
So they can work hand in hand, because I believe it is something, you know, people go, oh, CrossFit gets you hurt. Everything gets you hurt in life. Everything I do.
You
Half
can
the
sit too long and be injured.
half the things that hurt me are not CrossFit oriented. So the combination of exercising, movement, doing your cardio, doing your strength training, having a PT to work through your issues is just like going to help your longevity.
Yeah.
And so for health and fitness, there's
We should
nothing
get a
better.
mental therapist up in there too.
I swear to God,
That'd be awesome.
I think there are every time I have a friend that's overweight that's talking about his problems, they go, I got to get a nutritionist, I got to get a trainer. I go, no, you need to get a therapist.
Yeah.
Go to a therapist first.
Yeah.
Go to a therapist first. And I think it would behoove every single trainer and gym out there to have one that specializes in this, that they go, hey, you don't need us right now. You need this person right now. Almost like your coach. You're going to go see them. We're going to get to the bottom of your obesity issues, because it's 90% of the time it's not exercise, it's food oriented.
Yeah. And you have these like holds on food. Yeah. And
you can work on it. Or, Dylan talks a lot about that there are things that can set people off, that they're just eating bad things, or they have weird things going on in their, some people have weird things going on in their body.
Yeah.
Weird kind of insulin resistance and everything.
Oh, right.
So, but if they go to this therapist, they work this shit out, then they're ready to train. Because what's going to happen is they're going to train, they're going to lose the weight, and all of a sudden they're going to put it right back on.
That happens a lot.
It's sad.
Yeah.
It's sad. So I would like to years ago.
I would like to see a gym that has a therapist. It has PT. You have acupuncture.
Yeah.
You have
yoga.
You have spin. You have stretching. You have what else?
Gold's Gym. No.
Yeah. You got your pump station. You have your CrossFit. You have a swimming pool.
BJJ.
You have a
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just heard BJ. I didn't know.
There's a place in Vegas that kind of has it. They've got one of the CrossFit
all
gyms.
encompassing cryo. You got your cryo. You got your you got everything you need. You got a Myopucks over there.
Well, why not just have in a shopping center where you have a CrossFit gym?
Right.
Open up. I've seen a lot of people opening PTs right next to CrossFit gyms. Have that. Have a good, healthy, like greens and proteins type restaurant next door. You've got and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I can get everything in the same place.
Yeah, that would be such a great.
They do it for other things. They do it for other, like there's like Little Ethiopia. You can get all the Ethiopian food. So you're done. You're not gonna. How much will you train now? Now that you're not
taking group class.
That's all you do.
I love it.
That's all you do.
1 hour. It's fabulous. There are days where I don't have as much homework or things to do, and I will do a little more with some people just for fun, but really fitness is about having fun with my friends.
I'm going to get back into group fitness because
you're such a liar.
No, I am, because I do it at home, and I like the idea of getting there and they're like, go.
Yeah.
Hey. Because it's hard for me to start.
Yeah.
And so I'll be at home and I'll be like, well, I'm going to go, I'll procrastinate. And I'll just procrastinate. Next thing I'll know, I'm like, I got to go to my show.
But don't you live really far from most places?
I'm a few minutes away from CrossFit Malibu.
Oh, go there.
And I'm friends with Mike, so.
You should go there.
Yeah, I should.
Does Colby still work there?
I don't know. Is Colby the badass dude? He's kind of badass.
Yeah, I think he's badass.
Yeah, I think.
Super nice guy.
Yeah. It's a fun little gym.
Yeah, from all the pictures I've seen, it's just like a little dome, right?
Yeah.
It's awesome.
It looks like where Gomer Pyle used to live. And God, that's an old show. I just showed how old I am. I'm feeling fucking old.
He's old.
We have to go soon because I have to get this bus to the next show.
It's insane.
What time is it, Eric?
7:43.
Oh, we're fine. Remember I said we got to be done at 7:55.
55, which I just think is pushing it so much.
It's not pushing. I'm going to be there. I had another question. Oh, so there were a lot of listener questions, but we're using my phone right now to work the Mevo, so I can't read the listener questions.
But I've got this game on right here.
I know one of them was, are you dating anyone? Someone said.
Why would somebody ask that?
Because it's the internet world. They want to pick up chicks on the internet.
The answer is just no, but just no. No.
Well, now you just answered their question. Now they're going to delete their question and come at you from another angle.
No, don't do that. Dear God. Dear God.
You had a boyfriend recently, didn't you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That, did I know him? No.
No.
See, I think I met him.
No.
Sure?
Yeah.
Thought I did.
No.
Not a gym guy?
Gym guy doesn't live here.
Ah, interesting. All right, so what are the plans? You're going to be a PT?
Yeah, school full time at the moment.
How long is it going to take you to finish?
Oh, I see that I'm like still doing all the prerequisites to get into grad school at this point.
Fuck.
So I'm like,
and then you're in for a while. That's almost like 1 year less than med school, right?
Yeah, it's like 3 years, yeah.
And then you have to do sort of a residency too, don't you?
I think that's all a part of it. So I think it's like 2 years and then a year of different residency kind of things. It's more that I just like totally fucked up when I was in college the first time. Like, who does it right? Those people that do college right the first time, I'm like, you guys never lived.
I was just thinking about
live it all.
I was thinking about you doing it, and I was like, wow, if I went to school right now, it wouldn't be about, oh, I just have to go to this class so the teacher will see me there so I get a better grade.
Right. No, you
It would be like,
study.
I want to learn.
I'm trying hard.
Yeah, I want to really learn.
Yeah.
And
I'm going to office hours. It's insane. Like, I'm spending time with the professor one-on-one.
I feel like, though, when you go into PT, when you finally go into graduate school, it's going to come a little easy for you because of all your experience with physiology.
I think I'm a better candidate.
Yeah.
For sure. I think I'm a good candidate to go into it. And that's like, it all just is a stepping stone, you know?
Where all these other people are going to have to learn from square one.
Right.
Where you're going to be like, I know why that doesn't work like that.
Yeah. I'll tell you why you shouldn't deadlift like that, Eddie.
Yeah. Where'd you go undergrad?
Fresno State.
Nice. So you just went there to party.
Party! I mean, I got a degree, but I partied.
I have a degree that I've tried to sell on many podcasts.
What's your degree in?
Political science. If you want my diploma, you want my degree, I've offered to sell it back to the university. I said they can have it for $80.
80? Why 80?
I'm lowering it now. If you want to buy my diploma, I'll give it to you for $50. $50, I'll send it to you.
Where did you go to school?
University of Pittsburgh.
Oh, I knew that. I totally knew that.
I just don't give a shit.
You guys had a big loss this weekend.
Yeah, we almost beat Notre Dame.
I mean, but you lost.
We almost won.
I mean, but you lost.
Yeah, but we almost won. Who gives a shit? I hate football anymore.
Yeah, you're kind of like, there's like this bitter sports in you. What's
No. I don't like when they start marketing the shit out of things. So once they become completely commercialized, like the NFL, I can't watch it all anymore.
What do you think of the whole Colin Kaepernick thing?
I'm torn on. Here's what I do believe. This is going to sound. I'm going to try to sound smart here. I think it was Voltaire that said, "I disagree with what you say, but I'll fight till the death to defend what you're saying." So, like, defend your right to say it.
Right.
I butchered that, but it's pretty much what I believe is, like, I believe so much in freedom of speech that I believe he has the right. Do I agree that there is police brutality? Yes. I think there's some bad cops, but I think there are good cops. I think there's systematic racism in America. But I also, and I believe he has the right to kneel down. Do I think that's the best way to do it? Who knows? Like, no one's listening any other way. So he got their attention.
He did bring awareness.
And he almost brought the whole thing down. I mean, when they were standing together, look, people love the fucking NFL. People want to watch their football. And if they stop playing, people are going to take a hard look at what's going on. But I know, especially all the time I've spent with Scott, how tough a cop's job is.
Right.
And cops are better people than me because I'd be.
Yeah, but you can't generalize cops just like you can't generalize black people.
Yes.
There's different shapes and colors of all.
Right. And I just know if I was a cop, I'd be shooting people left and right. Like, everybody.
That's why nobody wants to give you a gun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I look at cops like, hey, you got a tough fucking job. Because I'd be like, you need to sit on that curb right there, sir. I need to talk. I told you to sit, sir. Sir, I'm not going to tell. Bang. You guys all heard me. I told him to sit down 5 times. I would just lose my patience.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd be like, hey, where's the camera? Just take him behind the camera. I'm going to just pistol whip him a couple of times. I'd be fucking awful.
It does take a special human to do that.
So I think everybody needs to walk in everyone else's shoes.
Yeah.
I think black people need to understand what cops go through, and I think cops need to understand what black people go through. And so it's a very, very difficult thing, but I'm glad we talk about it. I wish we'd talk about it more. I wish we wouldn't argue about it, but there would be discussions. But we're in too polarized of a country at this point where...
Yeah, but there's so many shades of gray.
It's a fucking team sport for everyone, though.
Yeah, it is. It is. it sucks because it is so polarized. It just doesn't need to be. There's a lot of shade of gray, and you're right. Everybody needs to walk in everybody's shoes.
You know, I've come to the conclusion, and I could be wrong because I'm an idiot. The reason it's polarizing is because we're all dumb. When I listen to intelligent people,
we're all easily brainwashed.
Yeah, easily. We're dumb. We're ignorant.
Everything is either one side or another. There's never a nice in between. Anybody that's in between gets washed away. Because people like extremes.
Yep. I say this all the time because
they want an extreme.
I'm ultra moderate.
Yeah.
I'm like right in the middle. So
what is that? Ultra moderate? That's not even a thing.
I made it up, but it doesn't exist. Like people,
you're extremely moderate.
Extremely, and people get really like they're like, "How dare you?
Yeah,
how dare you
pick a side?"
Yeah, they want you on their fucking team, and if you're not on the team, you're out. If you don't have 100% agree with them. I can't believe she talks and then she turns and watches the Dodgers game.
I got to make sure my boys know that I'm available and I care.
Can you play baseball?
I haven't played like a game, but I can definitely hit.
Did you play softball?
Cage. Yeah.
Were you good?
Yeah. I can definitely still hit. I like to go to the batting cages and I like to throw baseball around.
I still like to go to the batting cages.
I still have a mitt and glove and a ball I like to throw around.
Yeah. So before we go, I want to talk to you. This new format of the games.
Woo!
Would it make it easier for you to get in the games or harder?
Well, it eliminates people of my level completely.
You think?
Completely.
Explain.
I am those extremely moderate CrossFitters. I'm that right in the middle.
You're not right in the middle. You're top level.
I'm top.
You're top 1%.
I'm top 1%, but the people that go to the games are top 0.05%. Here's the thing.
More than that.
I trained every year to go to regionals and have a great showing. And that was it. If I was on a team that I knew had a chance, I would still the best that I gave was to go to regionals and have like just a great fucking standing, do the best you can, and if you make it, great. If you don't, then oh well, no whatever, no big deal.
What kept you out of the games, do you think? In individual, because you did make it as a team. What kept you out individual? Was it your strength? Was it your gymnastics? Was it your
what kind of component? Definitely my everything.
Really? So it was all just every little thing?
I was just like a notch lower.
Interesting.
Like I just was kind of this good at muscle ups and this good at weight.
So you don't think if you bumped up your training and bumped up, or you're like, you did your best?
Sure. I'm not saying that there's not a real possibility that I could do it. It's just I don't want to. I just don't want to. But also, like we talked about, there are more collegiate athletes coming straight into CrossFit. There are more teens. I'm old. I'm getting older.
Right.
I've also been doing CrossFit for 6 years straight.
Right.
And yes, that is an advantage when you look at my experience and how I can handle myself on the floor and deal with different kinds of training. But it also is a disadvantage. I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking tired.
Yeah.
But people like me who train to go to regionals and have a great showing, it eliminates us completely. So I have no chance of winning, say, Wadapalooza or Karanik Games. I have no chance of winning those.
So forgive me if
I'm not going to get an invite because I'm not popular on the CrossFit scale.
I'm trying to understand it because Armin puts up his videos.
Just watch Armin's videos.
I'm still confused.
He's so good.
Armin Hammer TV. Watch his videos. He'll explain to you.
He's great.
So top 20 from the Open, go.
Right. Worldwide. That's worldwide.
Top 20 in the Worldwide Open.
Worldwide Open.
Okay. Of those top 20 people, so automatically they get it. Then do those like Granite Games, Wadapalooza, all those
winners
start after, or are they
I don't know.
before?
I think they all go right. So I'm not sure what it. They just came out with that new ranking system, but they take people from the winners of those. They also invite people.
Oh, there's gonna be invites.
There's invites. So there's invites. There's those sanctioned events, which they've now released like 10 sanctioned events, and then there's open sanctioned events and then invites.
Right.
Yeah.
So someone like...
And then best in the countries. There's people that are going to be best in the countries.
How do you get ranked best in your country?
I think through the Open.
Okay.
I wonder if more people are going to be moving to like Yemen.
That's ridiculous.
Somalia.
That's ridiculous. I thought about that when I used to run track. I ran Olympic qualifying time in the hurdles, and I was like, but in America there were like so many guys that you're going to be in the top 3, hit the time plus top 3. Well, there were like hundreds of guys ahead of me. So I'm like,
thought about moving to Yemen?
No, I didn't think about it, but I was like, if I did move to like Equatorial Guinea and live there, I could make the Olympic. I'd be like Eddie the Eagle. But
I mean, that would be kind of cool, though.
I think it's pretty pathetic if somebody will move to another country because they're so obsessed with the CrossFit Games.
I don't know if that's pathetic or that just you need your therapist. You need your in-house CrossFit
I've been trying to get a doctor on here. I was going to have Dr. Drew come on to talk about it, but to talk about like body dysmorphia and exercise. They have a new term for exercise obsession.
Oh, what is that?
I forget what it was, but I read about it, and people are, because a lot of people have it. Tons of people. I've probably been there. I think. Anything can overwhelm your life, an addiction to anything. But if you're moving to Yemen so that you can make it to the CrossFit Games,
you've got another
you
thing
you need to get your shit together. And we need to end this episode because we're what time?
God damn it.
We got 1 minute left. I'm sorry for such a short episode. We did this last minute, but we were lucky enough that the way this works is I bring the Bingle Bus to them. So I came right to where Lauren goes to school and park next to a cemetery.
Here we are, right next to a cemetery in Santa Monica City College.
In a bus that looks like the creepiest child molester.
Yeah, rape van.
Yeah. So thank you for doing it.
You need some lights on the outside of your bus, though. It really looks creepier.
We like that. That way no one breaks into it.
Oh, my God.
Knows that we've got thousands of dollars worth of shit in here.
That's true.
But check out the show if you want to see the bus where we record this nice little. You got to admit, it's the nicest place to do a show.
From the outside, I was like, I'm not going in there, and then as soon as I walked in, pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
I
think it's fucking amazing.
Extremely nice.
Okay, so
medium nice.
And you're extremely nice, and I appreciate you doing the show. And if they want to get a hold of you, where can they find you?
At LG Thunder or just Lauren Gravatt, anywhere. I don't do the tweet thing or. I got Instagram. That's about it.
At LG Thunder.
Woo!
And you can check out my. I'm on tour this weekend. I'm in Dallas, Texas at Hyenas. Come see me. Saturday night is all sold out. Friday night is not. Get your tickets for Friday. 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, and that is it. I'm filming them all for my upcoming special. So these are the practice ones.
Netflix?
I'm not gonna say.
Yes.
But. Check it out, and all my dates are at eddyift.com/tour or eddyift.com. Just look for the tour. It's on the front page. I'm in Dallas this week. 2 weeks from now, I'm in Spokane, Washington. Then I go to Portland, Oregon. Then I'm in Las Vegas. So I'm coming to your cities: Las Vegas, Portland, Spokane, Dallas. Anywhere else I'm coming? North Carolina. I'm coming to North Carolina to play Charlotte. I'm coming to Reno, Nevada. I'm coming to South Lake Tahoe. And a whole bunch in 2019. Dates are coming. Australia, I am coming. And you can check out all my stuff on Instagram at eddyift, Twitter at eddyift, Facebook eddyift. Everything's eddyift. Just find me at eddyift or my website. And thank you to our Maya Pucks winner and Maya Pucks for taking care of Lauren and Leopard Claw. And thank you guys. Use our Patreon again, eddyift.com. Oh no, it's patreon.com/WODcast. Thank you guys.